and welcome to your Empowered Singer workout series. This is phase 1 and week 1. So phase 1 is strength and alignment. Week 1 is back to basics, just really keeping it simple, working on specific muscle groups, but making sure you're getting the strength you need as we progress into harder moves. So we are going to start with a quick workout. And I'm just going to start a timer, so we're just going to do 30 seconds of 3 different moves and do it twice through. So we're going to start with our march here, and if you want to take it into a run, that's fine too, whatever it feels good to you. For this workout, you need a towel and a water bottle, so make sure you have that. I mean, water bottle only if you need to sit, but we do need a towel for some of the workouts. So then we're going to move into side-to-side jack, or if you are ready for this, you can do an actual jumping jack. It's just whatever feels comfortable for you. This is just a warm-up, so we just want to keep it light and easy so that you're not working too hard. And then we're going to go into our next move, which is a kick, and with our arms. And keep it low if you need to. Keep the arms moving because we're trying to move those joints to get everything warmed up. But if you're going to go higher, don't go any more than 90 degrees, and keep your core engaged, keeping it nice and strong. No crunching over. And we're going to go back into our run now, or march, whatever it is that you need to do. So it's nice and easy. You should be able to talk. You should be able to sing. It's very easy. So the moves we're going to do are going to get progressively harder through the whole course of this. And now we're back into our jumping jack, side to side, or actual jumping jacks. Nice and easy. Don't have to be big moves. Don't have to be hard. Just keeping it nice and easy. And we're almost ready for the kicks now. And here we go. Kick. Keep that core engaged. No slouching over into the kick. Keeping the core nice and strong. We are singers with strong cores and good alignment. It's all really important for us. And keep breathing. Okay, now we're going to go into a number of moves. We're going to do 2 rounds, and each round will have 3 exercises, and each exercise will be for 40 seconds and 20 seconds off before we go to the next one. Now, if you are a little more experienced, you might want to add weights to some of these to make it a little more challenging. If not, body weight is fine. So let's get going. Our first one is a wall squat, so make sure you have a nice wall to go against. And if you want to have some dumbbells to make it harder, that's fine. We're just going to go against the wall. Keep your feet about shoulder width apart, nice and wide, and we're just squatting. I've just grabbed some dumbbells, but you can do it without. And we're just going up and down for 40 seconds. We're just going to keep this nice and strong. It's not about a deep squat. We're wanting to work our quads so we have good stabilization in our knees. Keeping those in line with your toes, weight in your heels. Okay, now 20 seconds off. You may want to have a towel to put behind your back when you're doing those squats so you don't rub a hole into your clothes, and that has happened. Our next move is a lunge, so we are just going with the right foot into a lunge, and here we go. So keeping it core nice and strong, the weight is in the front heel, your toe is back, you're going with your knee in alignment with your toe, but it's not going over past your toe. Should be your ankle should be creating a 90-degree angle. And I will, as we go on to the next side, I will show you from a side angle. But we'll keep going here. And one more. Okay, our next one, with the left foot forward now, or whatever leg you had done before. We're going to the opposite one. Keep feet nice and strong. You want to set up so that you have a nice large stance behind, and you have a bit of a pelvic tilt here so that your butt isn't sticking out, it's tucked under, and you're just coming down. So ideally you want to create a 90-degree angle with this leg as with the knee, and it's not wobbling, keeping nice and strong in the core. You can make sure you're more strong this way, or if you want it more advanced, you can do it with the weights as well. And there we go. All right. Our next move is an incline push-up. So you can do that, or a wall push-up. You can do this against the wall or here, and you're going to keep your elbows in nice and close to the body. So here we go for 40 seconds. If you are doing it on an incline, it can be a counter, piano bench, chair, whatever works for you, or just a wall. But take a nice stance away from the wall. And if you want to keep your legs wider for making it just a little bit easier, that's fine too. We have 10 seconds to go. Keep going. And let's do one more. There we go. So that is the first round through. So we're going to go a second time round. So get yourself against the wall, feet with the hip width apart, heels in the ground, and let's go. And again, you can use your dumbbells if you want. And it's not a big, like, you don't need to even go down that far. It can be just a small movement because we're trying to stabilize our knees. We're trying to get the quadricep muscles, especially the ones on the inside and outside of the knee, really working. You should feel it in your glutes somewhat too. But these are the muscles we're trying to work. And we're just about there. And here we go. So now we're going to go into the lunges. As I say, if you have your dumbbells, you can always take your dumbbells and get those in there as well. So I'll do this round with dumbbells for those who are ready for that. And down we go. If you find when you are holding dumbbells, you want to make sure your shoulder blades are down your back, shoulders back, you're in good alignment, your core engaged, so there's no wobbling, and it's nice and steady and firm. And we keep going. You've got this. And you should feel a nice stretch through your hip flexor on your back leg. One more. And then we're going to switch sides. So, keeping a nice big stance, as big as you can. If you're just beginning, you might want to be a little closer and do a smaller dip. But the further back you get, the more you get out of it. Okay, here we go. Again, remember, your shoulders are back, head is balanced. Find a point to look at. It'll help you stay balanced. And go as low as you can. You're using those quadricep muscles, but also your glutes. You'll feel it there. And where are we at for time? Okay, a few more. And one more. There we go. And then we're going to go into our incline push-ups again, or wall push-ups. Whatever you need to do. This is your workout. It's getting you to a point where you're being challenged. So you should feel the challenge of it. Go as slowly or as fast as you need to. In these, keep your core tight, belly button pulled in, and head aligned. Careful not to dip your head like that. I tend to sometimes want to dip my head, and it's sometimes things that we have to keep working on. We're almost there. And go only as deep as you can. Doesn't always have to be all the way down. It can be the range of motion. Depends on your strength. And we're going for the final round now. So again, we're into the squats. Grab your dumbbells if you need to. Staying nice and strong here. And here we go. This is more about quality or quantity. So you want to go quickly. Not deep though. Just strengthening those muscles so that when we get away from the wall to do squats, you're going to be strong enough for it. And feel your glutes engage as you come up. There we go. All right. And one more set of lunges to go. So when we do these, you want to make sure your knees are nice and stable in line with your toes and you're not wobbling at all. So again, take a nice stance back, hip width apart or even a little further, and let's go. So no knees going wobbling. Should be nice and straight. Going straight over, think of going over your middle toe. That's where you want to be. And keeping your core engaged. Going as low as you can, but not touching the ground with your back leg. If you're touching, that actually gives you a little rest. And we want to keep the muscles working and engaged. Okay, and now we're going to switch legs. So find that place, nice wide stance. Get ready. Tuck under your hip, tuck your hips under. And get ready to go. You're going to feel that nice stretch through the hip flexor as well. And down we go. Keeping that knee in line. The weight is in your heel, not in your toes. I like to do my workouts barefoot because then I can really feel the ground and connect with it and make sure my feet are doing the work and not confined in shoes. That's unfortunately what happens too much. We get confined in shoes, our toes get squashed, and it throws off the alignment and our whole bodies, which we want. As singers, we want to be in as good alignment as we can. We want to encourage it through bare feet. So I encourage you to do your workouts in bare feet as we go through this. Most of these are designed for that. So one more set of incline push-ups. So here we go. Keeping those elbows close into you should be brushing your ribs with that. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. Exhale as you push up, push away. We're almost there. Keep your core engaged all the way through. Okay, and then we're done with that. And as I said, you can do that against the wall. We're going for our next round of exercises, starting with supine ab contractions. So we're down here on the floor. You'll lie here. And with your knees bent. And all we're doing is pulling that belly button in towards the floor and relax. And push in so that there's no room, and relax. And pull in, contract, and relax. We're using those transverse abdominis muscles. In and in. So it's all with the abs that we're doing this work. You shouldn't feel your glutes doing any work. And there we go. Our next move will be a bridge from this position as well. So we're going to just raise our butts up off the ground, keeping our feet in the same place. Okay, ready, and here we go. And you can use your arms, keep the shoulder blades against the floor. You can push in with your arms if you need to help. Pushing your shoulders down and lifting your hips as high as you can. You can make this a little difficult by going out a few inches and just being on your heels. Engage your glutes as you go up. This is working your hamstrings as well. And down. Up and down, and I think we are done with that one. So our next move is on our side. We're going to do clamshells. So our knees are slightly bent, our heels are in line with our butt, and we're just going to open up just a little. Okay, here we go. This is to work our hip stabilizing muscles, because these are really important for our alignment as well. So if you're more advanced, you might want to put a resistance band around your legs, or you can use your own resistance with your arm and push against that. But just feel the squeeze happening in here. Squeeze and squeeze and squeeze. It's not a big movement. Okay, we're going to flip over to the other side and do our other hip. So now, again, line up your heels and get yourself ready. You can be here, or you can be right on the ground if you want, or somewhere in between. Okay, and squeeze, and let's start. Use the resistance if you want to. If you've never done these before, then you're probably going to get enough just by moving your leg. If you need more, hand or a resistance band around your thighs works just fine. Small but powerful movement. It's the squeeze. It's really, that's what you need to feel, is a squeeze, not from your knee moving, but just really feel it in your glute meds. Okay, and we're going to do that all over again, going from our abs. So let's get ourselves laying down again. Take a sip of water if you need it. And here we go. Contract and release. Contract, like you've got a girdle on or a corset. Okay, if anyone's done opera and had to wear a corset for your costumes, you ladies out there, you know what it feels like. But we want to make our own girdle with our abdominal muscles, our transverse abdominal muscles and the obliques. They're what give you a nice nipped in waist. And we keep going. Okay, and release. And now we're going to go into the bridge in a few seconds. But really, okay, really we want to work those muscles so that you have this, not just the looks, but the support. Okay, up we go and down. And again, you can keep your feet flat on the ground or a little bit of ways with the, just using the heels. So squeeze those glutes. And you can make it even harder by keeping your arms up. The stronger your core is, the easier it is for your alignment, but also your breath support benefits a lot from it. This is especially one of the things when, if you're losing weight and you're used to having that visceral fat to push against, now you're going to have, okay, we went a little longer. We're going to go into the hamstrings, into the clamshells. But the thing is, if you have that visceral fat that you've been used to pushing against for breath support, as you drop weight, it's important to really develop the core muscles, because that's going to be something for you to push against instead. So remember here, we're stabilizing the hip, really squeezing in here. Use the resistance. Okay, great work, you guys. On the other side, we have one more round to do. All right, ready? And here we go. Squeezing. Feel that resistance. Even if you're not using any resistance, use your own resistance. Really feel as if there's something pushing against your leg, even if you're not using anything. As much as you can. Okay, you guys, you are awesome. Remind yourselves of that as you're getting through this. All right, one more. There we go. And we have just one more set of those to do on this last round. And then you will be finished your first set of exercises for first workout. Okay, here we go with our ab contractions again. Really feel the belly button pulling in. If you think of it scooping down to the floor and up towards your heart, that gives you even more. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And we are avoiding doing any exercises that are the traditional crunches, because the traditional crunches are cause too much stress in our shoulders and neck. And they also encourage us to round, which most of us do too much during the day anyway. Okay, bridges, ready? And here we go. Up we go. And squeeze. Really squeeze. Get those hips up high. Get them high. No slacking. Keep going. We're almost there. Feel the burn? That's good. It means you're working. You want to work until you feel you're at the point of failure. Really, that's where you're going to get the biggest results from. Okay, there we go. And we're going to get over to the clamshells. These ones you might not feel like you're working to failure, but believe me, you will feel them the next day. But some exercises you want to work until you feel like you just can't go on anymore without keeping form. That's the key thing. Sometimes people will say work to failure, but then we start cheating by using other muscles. It's work to failure, keeping good form. That's always the thing. Don't try to get a few extra reps out just by using momentum and throwing yourself around it or engaging other muscles. We're really, really here trying to work on very specific muscle groups and really working them to the max, because that's where you're going to get the results in strength. And the strength is going to help you as we get into our next phase, especially where we start going into high-intensity interval training. And that'll be fun, and it will be where you're going to get the most results. Okay, let's go. So where you're going to get the most results of, it combines your cardiovascular capacity as well as your strength in one sweet, short, sweaty workout. And that's to come. So these might not feel really hard right now, but believe me, it's building you up to where you need to go. And I want to make sure you get there without getting injured. Okay, and that is it. We are going to go now into our cool down. So actually, you can stay on your side if you haven't sat up. Stay on your side. And we're going to go right into a quad stretch. So now you can just take one of those legs up and give it a good stretch. Okay, and then we're going to lay on our back and take that leg that you just were pulling up, cross it, ankle across the thigh here, flex the foot, and pull up the bottom leg.